All right. Hi, everyone. This is Anne. It's really great to see you. I have done some philosophy things on Zoom, as some of you know, but this is the first time of teaching yoga, and I'm definitely having some visual challenges, but it's okay. We're just gonna go, okay? So everyone sit up straight and tall. And go ahead and sit in Swastikasana. So turn the soles of the feet up toward the ceiling. And then press the tops of the feet down and energetically lift your ankles up. And again, that feeling should come where you actually feel a lift into your chest. And then lengthen up through your side ribs. Roll the shoulder bones back. Bring your shoulder blades closer together on your back, away from your neck and into the center of the body so that the chest opens. And keeping your chest well lifted and broad, close your eyes and fold your palms together to your heart. Just like we do all of the time. Inhale and make your sides of the torso long, but inhale and make yourself taller. Keep that height, and as you exhale, make yourself broader. Move the breath out to your side ribs and armpits. Inhale, make yourself tall. Keep that height, and exhale, make yourself broad. Inhale, extend yourself. Exhale, expand yourself. Use the breath to create additional spaciousness in the body. And here's the really important thing. Turn your awareness to your exhalations. And imagine that the exhalation is like a pathway or a thread that you could follow from the outer world, from all that's going on in our external circumstances, to the inner world. That inner landscape of you, the domain of yoga. Follow the exhalation with your mind. Use it to bring your awareness more deeply in. And from that inner space, let's chant 3 Ms together. Follow that sound with your mind. Follow the reverberation of the sound with your mind. And from that space, inhale once more. Keep your chest well lifted and broad, and bring your chin down to your chest and your hands down to your thighs with your palms up. And then raise your head and open your eyes. And then stretch your legs out. And switch the cross of your legs. Take your hands underneath the tops of the feet and turn the tops of the feet up toward the ceiling. Again, press the feet down into the floor and energetically lift your ankles up so that you really do feel that lift come into your chest. Take your hands and put your fingertips behind you on the floor. Press your fingertips down and lift up through the chest. Use those fingers behind you to get even more length in the side ribs and even more lift in the chest. And then keep that lift in the chest as you bring your hands to your thighs. Alrighty, I'm gonna try changing to speaker view again, so I can see myself a little bit more. All right. I am on speaker view, but I am seeing Chaya and not myself. So that's
I need to mute her.
yeah. All right. I still am not seeing myself well, so I'm just going to do the best I can. I'm going
You're gonna need to press mute all.
All right.
You will be able to see yourself.
I'm managing the okay. Still not seeing myself. Don't know why. Gallery view, speaker view. Okay, I don't know why I can't see myself, but if someone could say if I go back there and you can see me. All right, thank you, Sarah's sister. All right. So let's just start at the very beginning, and we're gonna do Tadasana. So everyone stand up. And join the big toes together as much as you can. In fact, if you can't get your big toes joined together, you can bend your knees, put the big toes together, and spread the soles of the feet as much as you can. Create as much air space between your toes as you can. Good idea to take, for some reason I'm seeing Sarah's sister biggest on the screen. All right. Okay. All right. So press down into your heels. And then everyone actually bend your knees a little bit like you're actually going to do Utkatasana. And then take your hands and put them on the tops of the thighs. And then press your tops of your thighs back as you press into your heels and straighten your legs. Do that a few times. So bend your knees a little bit, draw your buttock flesh down, use your hands and press the tops of the thighs back as you straighten your legs. And then again, bend your knees a little bit like Utkatasana, move your buttock flesh down, draw your abdomen in, and then straighten your legs again. Then lengthen up through your side ribs, roll your shoulder bones back, bring your shoulder blades closer together on your back, away from your neck, and into the center of the body so that the chest opens well. Then stretch your fingertips down toward the floor. Particularly stretch through your ring finger and see if you can feel that stretch through the ring finger actually engages your triceps more. All right, now keep your legs strong, keep the sides of the torso long, and then everyone stretch your arms all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana. Turn your triceps from the outside in and stretch up through your ring fingers. Make yourself as tall as you can by reaching your fingers up toward the ceiling. All right, speaker view again. Okay, y'all are doing great. It's really great to see everyone. All right, you can bring your hands down now. All right, and continue to stretch through your ring fingers again. All right, then reach your arms way, way, way up. I'm moving back a little bit. I think you can see me better. Reach up again. Make yourself as tall as you can. Create additional length through the armpits, or opening in the armpits, sorry. Then turn your palms and down and press the air as you bring your hands all the way down again. All right, Urdhva Baddha. Stretch your arms out, interlace finger pose, that's what that means. Interlace your fingers, and then turn your palms toward me. All right, and Lori says we're to stretch more through the wrist bones then through the fingers. You can actually keep your fingers a little bit cupped and stretch more through the wrist bones. Then reach your arms all the way up again into Urdhva Badanguliasana. Stretch through those wrist bones, lift up even more. It's really okay if your shoulders actually come up toward your ears. Reach up, continue to reach and lift up. Now keep that height and reach back to Urdhva Hastasana and see that difference. Lift up even more through the ring fingers and then keep that height as you bring your hands all the way down. Feel that lift in the chest. And then stretch your hands out again. Do the opposite interlace. And if you don't remember, do what you naturally do, then switch it. And then turn your palms toward me. Keep lifting your quadriceps up and lifting up through the inner thighs. Stretch through those wrist bones so your elbows get super, super straight and tall. And then reach your arms way, way, way up. Urdhva means up. So reach up toward the ceiling. Particularly stretch through those wrist bones. Lift way, way, way up. Lift up even more, even if your shoulders actually scrunch up toward your ears, as long as your trapezius muscles are lifting down, or not lifting down, but moving down, and reach yourself up. All right, now maintain that upward lift as much as you can and stretch your hands back to Urdhva Hastasana. Reach up through the ring fingers, and then press your palms and bring yourself all the way down. All right, I'm coming to look at the computer. If some people could give me some texting, chatting feedback, if it's going okay, that would be great. We can see you just fine. Thank you. All good. This is good to hear. Going well. Okay, thank you. I don't know why the speaker view is not showing me. So it's a little disorienting for me because I just feel like I'm talking into a void. So, all right, thank you. I'm doing awesome. You can come closer. Okay, so you can still see me. All right, I'm coming closer a little bit. All right, this is good. All right, we're gonna do bound thumb pose next, okay? So bound thumb pose doesn't have a fancy Sanskrit name, or if it does, I don't know it. Bada would be, I guess we could call it Bada thumb pose. Okay. I'm trying to make some jokes, okay? All right, pull your thumbs against each other and stretch again, particularly through your ring fingers, and see how your elbows draw in even more. Then reach your arms way, way, way up toward the ceiling. Stretch through the ring fingers. I feel like you can't really see all of me, but that's okay. Stretch up through your ring fingers. Make yourself as tall as you can. Really lift up. Feel how good it feels to get that length in the side ribs as much as you can. Then keep that length in the side ribs and bring your hands back down. Switch the grip of your thumbs. Pull your thumbs against each other and stretch through those ring fingers so you really feel those elbows draw in. And then reach your hands way, way, way up again. Urdhva means up. Let's upward lift ourselves, upward lift our consciousness, upward lift our minds, upward lift anything that needs upward lifting. But as you're upward lifting, move your buttock flesh down and draw your abdomen in and up. Reach your fingers way, way, way up. And then bring your hands all the way down again. All right, so that's Tadasana. That's the basic shoulder work. All right, so now we're gonna do hands behind the back. So I'm gonna turn around, okay? Lift up through the armpits and interlace your fingers behind your back. Keep your elbows bent a little bit like this first, and then straighten your arms back behind you. So really pull back toward the wall behind you so that you get a little bit more, let's say, depth in the chest. So when we're lifting up with the arms, you don't have to do this, I'm just saying, that was working on getting length, right? So when you pull back with your arms back behind you, you should feel like a width or a depth, let's say. All right, so really stretch those fingers back. Do that so much so you can actually feel your chest opening more and more and more. All right, we're ready for our tricky yoga move number 1 of the day. As if the technology wasn't tricky enough, switch the grip of your fingers back behind you and reach back again. Really pull those fingers back toward the wall. Imagine that you actually were holding the rope wall behind you, and then you are reaching forward with your chest. Make your own rope wall with your arms. All right, I'm coming forward again because I just need pinning my video. That's right. That's what I forgot. Okay. Stop video. FaceTime, video settings. Mirror my video. Hide non-video. Spotlight my video when speaking. That would be good. All right. I can't remember where the pinning thing is. I know Jonathan told me.
You can do spotlight video.
What is it?
Spotlight video.
Spotlight video.
So click on your picture.
Oh.
And there are 3 dots there.
Uh-huh.
Click on those dots and then it says one of them should be spotlight video or pin video.
Either will work.
Either will work.
All right, thank you. Oh, yay. Okay. Here I am and I can actually see myself. Thank you so much, Jonathan.
You are welcome.
This is the bizarrest thing ever. All right, lift up well through your chest again. So here I am, I can actually see myself in Tadasana. This is excellent news. All right, so the next standing pose in Light on Yoga is a pose called Vrikshasana, which is tree pose. Okay, so if you need the support of the wall, you can go back to a wall behind you. Yeah, that's totally fine. And one great thing is, while we're all remote, and I'm thinking about this, is you've got plenty of wall space. All right. So keep your left leg in Tadasana. Wow, I am now also thinking, how is this gonna work mirroring? So this is my right leg. Does it look like my right leg or my left leg? Anyone want to give me a little feedback there?
Just mirror the normal way and it'll look right.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so everyone press down into your left leg, okay, and externally rotate your right leg. Then lift your right knee up way, way, way high. Lift it up even higher. Lift it up even higher. Lift it up as high as you can. And then see if you can lift it so high that you can actually get the ankle with your hand without bending over. And then put your heel right at the very top of your thigh. Push your foot and your thigh against each other and you should feel that same lift come into your chest like you did in Swastikasana, right? When you were pressing the feet down. So really push. That should draw it should actually compact your hips and also lift through your chest. Right, then lengthen from your inner groin to your inner knee. Draw up from the outer knee into the outer hip. Really feel those femur bones moving into the socket and feel how your chest lifts even more. And then reach your arms up into Urdhva Hastasana. Then make yourself be a super, 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 super tall tree. Make yourself as tall as you can. And then keep that height and bring your hands down and bring your leg down and come down into Tadasana. Lift your chest well. All right, now let's do the second side. Turn your right leg out. Sorry, left leg. And then keep pressing into your right heel and lift your leg up high. Lift your knee up even higher. Lift it up even higher. Try and get even higher still. Try and get so, so, so high that really you can reach and get your own ankle without bending down. You know, I did yoga, I don't know, for almost 25 years before I stopped reaching down to get my foot. Instead, lift your leg up, and so you can keep as much of Tadasana as you can. Then reach your arms up again. Urdhva Hastasana. Make yourself as tall, tall, tall as you can. Reach up through your ring fingers. Make yourself tall. And then bring your hand down, bring your foot down, and come back into Tadasana. All right. Now is where you should get a strap. And if you don't have a yoga strap, anything that is like, I'll be right back. Here's like a piece of rope. You could use also like a towel. And Jonathan was telling me that the towel actually feels good because it's wider. And you can put the towel like this underneath your foot. And you can actually pull up on the towel to get that foot higher, okay? So use a towel that's rolled up. Surely everyone has a towel. I think a hand towel would be even better than a towel. All right, if you happen to have a yoga strap, you can use a yoga strap. Like I said to Ryan, you could use a dog leash if you have a dog. Okay? But you just want to have something that you can put underneath your foot. And remember how we lift the knee up to the side? Now you're pulling with your hands, or pull with your hands and roll those shoulders back to lift and open the chest. Really lift your knee up high. Pull with your arms and you'll feel your chest lift and your knee get higher, and then bring yourself back down. Now let's do the same thing on the other side. So lift your knee up high, straight up toward the ceiling. Put a strap or a towel or a dog leash underneath your foot. Try and actually get it on the ball of the foot, and then pull up. Pull up as much as you can. So you're really using that strength of your arms to lift the knee up higher. Press down into your heel and lift the chest up and roll your shoulders back. First stage of Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. And then bring your knee down. And feel how much better from the beginning of class. Can you press more into your heels and lift your chest up even more? It should feel really pretty good. All right, I'm coming back to look at the texting. Everyone doing okay? Anyone have any questions or anything they want me to explain more? You can go ahead and text in or chat in. Doing great, thank you, RB. Okay. I feel very needy. I'm realizing how much I depend on the energy of seeing y'all, and is really very disorienting. All right, so we're gonna go and do the next stage of Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, and I want everyone to go back to the wall. I'm actually finding myself that looking at this is just creating a vritti, okay, in my mind that is interfering with my balance. Right? And so I'm just gonna not beat myself up about that. Instead, I'm just gonna say that's the reality of doing this way right now. And I'm gonna say to myself, go ahead and take the support of the wall, okay? So I suggest that you take the support of the wall also. Okay. So the wall is there, and really feel how the wall really does give you a sense of back body awareness. You're in Tadasana against the wall. And you can roll those shoulders back even more so that the chest opens. And I really do feel comforted by the wall. All right, then press down into your heels and lift your right knee up. Extend from the armpit through the outer hip and lift your knee up as much as you can. And you can use that strap if you need to, but if you can actually get your big toe, go ahead and get your big toe. If you're using the strap, the dog leash, or the towel, just hold as close to your foot as you can. And see how my arm is on the inside of my knee. So move your outer knee toward that inner knee and then roll your shoulder back again. Press down into your heels, or the heel that's on the floor. So you could extend through the heel that's in the air also. All right, now try and keep your knee where it is and kick your foot up higher than your knee if you can. Level your hips by moving the hip from away from the armpit and lift your leg up even higher. Extend from the buttocks to the heels and lift your leg up higher still. Press down through your heel and lift your leg up even more. And then bring your leg and come down. Stand in Tadasana again. And feel that support of the wall. You know, even in the midst of all that's going on, there are resources immediately available to us to feel more centered and grounded. Like a wall. I mean, walls can keep us apart, but walls also stabilize us, right? Give us some sense of stability. Then maintain that physical sense of stability and exhale and try and bring some of that sense of stability also into your mind. So move through the different layers of your being and bring that physical stability that the wall provides through every cell of your being. Then keeping that strong sense of stability, bring your opposite leg up. Lift your knee up as high as you can on its own. Lift your knee up as high as you can again on its own. And then if you can get your big toe, go ahead and do so. If you need the strap, put the strap on the ball of the foot. Now level your hips by moving that left hip away from your left armpit and then roll that shoulder back again and you'll feel your chest open. Then keeping your chest as well lifted as you can, stretch your leg all the way out. Keep your knee high and reach up even higher. Level your hips, and then by moving the outer hip down, extend from the buttock to the heel as you lift your foot up even higher. Press down into your right heel and lift up even more. Make yourself as tall as you can and pull your leg up toward the foot up toward the ceiling. Make yourself tall. And then release your leg and come down. Stand in Tadasana. You can move a little bit away from the wall now. And just feel the effect of those two poses of Vrikshasana and of Udhita Hasta Padangusthasana. Do you feel more grounded through your heels? Do your legs feel like they're coming in a little bit more? Lift your chest. I'm coming back to look at the texting. All right, anyone got any questions? All right. How's everyone's balance? Are y'all also feeling what I am, a little bit less balanced than normal? Yes, good idea, Sarah. Way to think about basic teaching principles. Repeat the pose. All right, we're going back to do the pose. Again, if you feel like you don't need the wall, you can stand away from the wall. So now I'm a little bit away from the wall, so I can just actually touch the wall with my hand if I need to. By using the wall, I did really get more stability in the body. And so now I have some more stability than I did the first time around. All right, and then lift your leg, knee up high, lift your knee up way toward the ceiling, move your outer hip down and lift your knee up high. Then if you can get your two big toes, not your two big toes, your big toe with your finger and your thumb, do that. If you need the strap, you need the strap, it's okay. But level your hips again and then pull on the strap or pull on your toe and roll that shoulder back again and feel how well your chest lifts. All right, now keep that knee as high as you can. And then from that buttock, extend your heel out even higher. Pull on the big toe and roll that shoulder back again. Now, as much as you can, lift that leg up high. Bend your bottom knee. Gita actually taught this once. And extend, bend your bottom knee and see if you can actually pull out even more. Then keep that ground that you gain and straighten your leg up. And then bring your leg down. Feel the difference in the sides of your body. So I'm actually feeling the effect of doing that one side all the way up into this side of my chest and even a little bit up into my brain. Then I say to myself, self, why don't we do the second side? All right, so lift up, lift your knee up, press down into your heel and lift your knee up high. Lift your knee up even higher, but move your outer hip away from your armpit. Lift up even more and get your big toe or use the strap or the towel or the dog leash and roll your shoulder back again. Pull on that big toe and extend through the big toe side of your foot and then stretch your heel out. Move your outer hip down and reach up with your leg. Use your arm to lift your leg up even higher. Extend from the buttock to the heel and really lift up. Okay, now bend that bottom leg and see if you can actually bend the leg, lift the leg up even higher and keep that ground that you gained as you extend through your heel. And then bring your leg all the way down. Stay in Tadasana again and really feel that effect. So we stretch those hamstrings, obviously. So when you have the hamstrings a little bit more released, again, I'm really feeling that weight come more down into my heels. I feel more stability with the floor and more lift in the chest. All right, another thing I'm really noticing is I'm really wanting to drink water. Okay, we did it again. That's great. Now we're going to combine those two poses into Parsva Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. We're going to do it 2 times 2, 2 times also, because 2 times 2 might mean 4 times, which would be a lot. Okay, so Parsva Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana really combines the external rotation of Vrikshasana that we did first with the extended leg of Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, right? Okay, so let's stand at the wall. Again, take that support of the wall. Really find the support of the wall. And let it infuse you with stability. Then keep that inner sense of stability. Lift your leg up like you were going to do Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Get your big toe or put the strap around your foot. Now this time, move your knee out to the side. Level your hips and suck that femur bone in. Actually, not just that one, but both femur bones stuck in. Now pull on that foot and roll your shoulders back. Then keep your knee high and stretch your leg out or your foot out higher than your knee. All right, I have a rope wall, which is nice. So I can actually hold on to the rope wall and get even more length. If you don't have a rope wall, it's okay. You can just reach up to the wall, stabilize yourself against the wall, lift up even higher with this arm and level your hips again and extend through the heel. And then bring your leg down. Stand in Tadasana against the wall. Extend into your heels and lift up through the thighs and lift up well into your chest. And let the stability of the wall infuse your body. Let the stability of the wall infuse your mind. Take this external stability and move it internally. Then keeping that sense of internal stability, lift your leg up, your left leg up again, or second side, lift your leg up higher, lift your leg up so hopefully you can get your big toe. If you can't get your big toe, it's totally fine. Level your hips and roll that shoulder back. Right now, move your knee out to the side, and as you do that, suck your left femur bone in. And keeping both femur bones in, kick your foot up higher than your knee. Then move your outer left hip away from your armpit, roll the shoulder back, and extend from the buttock to the heel again. Then take your opposite hand and lift up with your arm. Reach up. I mean, I've got this nice nifty rope wall here. If you don't have ropes, it's okay. I don't expect anyone to have a rope wall. All right, unless you're a yoga studio. All right, and then, but if you don't have the rope wall, just reach up with your arm. Make yourself tall like we did in Urdhva Hastasana. And then bend the knee down and come back into Tadasana. All right, we're gonna do the second side. If you feel like you can do without the stability of the wall, great. Okay. Anyone have any questions before we do the second side? Any instruction unclear that you want clarity on?
That was the second side.
That was the second side? I meant second time around, thank you. The foot rotates outward.
So when when I'm like lifting my foot, it has a tendency to go like outwards, right?
Yeah.
Should I try to keep it like toes pointing up, because the toes are going laterally on the side?
Oh, that's a good question. Okay. Let me think about that. So I'm doing the first side again. Yeah, your toes go out, and actually, okay, so I've got another wall over here, right? So when I suck that femur bone in, yeah, my toes do turn out toward that wall, right? And in fact, you can pull up more, the more you turn the toes, actually, let's say back, even back toward the wall behind you, you should actually feel the femur bone go into the socket more. Okay? So you can press your knee and your arm against each other, but actually as much as you can, move the little toe back to the wall behind you. And when you do that, you should feel the femur bone draw in. Okay? Then keeping both femur bones in as much as you can, stretch the leg out. So at this point, your toes, actually you should now straighten them out a little bit more so that the toes go straight up toward the ceiling. Okay? I mean, yeah. Does that make sense, Pratima?
Yeah, it makes sense. So when your leg is out, the toes have to be more pointing towards the ceiling.
Yes, but in that preliminary stage, I actually tried to turn them as much as I could.
Okay, got it.
But you don't want to keep them turned that much when you stretch the leg out.
Yeah, that
Right.
was my question. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. All right, let's do the second side now, second time around. All right. So I really like that extreme foot toe action. All right, so lift up the leg. Get your big toe or put your strap on. And now let's get even more, start actually moving your femur bone into the socket on its own. But as you move the knee out to the side, move that little toe side of the foot back toward the wall behind you and extend the big toe side of your foot toward the opposite wall. Now pull that little toe back even more. As much as you can get that little toe to go back toward the wall behind you, you really should feel that femur bone draw in. Right now, keeping that femur bone in, extend your leg out. Now, when you extend the leg out, yeah, the foot might be overturned. So now you have to turn the toes back toward the ceiling, but keep the femur bone in as much as you can. And then bring the leg down and stand back into Tadasana. Lift your chest well. Feel the effect of the poses. Feel how standing on one leg brings more stability to us when we stand in both legs. Again, try and imagine that the physical stability that we feel in Tadasana against the wall really could infuse every layer of your being. So that you become your own source of strength in the midst of the chaotic circumstances that we're in. All right, so there's Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana and there's Parsvahasta Padangusthasana. And now we're going to do a pose to me that symbolizes a lot more of how we find stability amidst the flux of circumstance, which is Parivrita Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Okay? So what we're going to do for that one is you're going to move a little bit away from the wall.
Wait, am I mistaken, or did we not do side 2 on that second round?
No, we did do side 2.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. Did I not? That's what I thought too. Thank you, Michelle.
Huh, maybe I missed it. All right, sorry.
Well, if you haven't done side 2, do side 2 now. All right. And we're going to do Parivrita Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana now. Okay? All right. Parivrita means revolving. Right? Like the circumstances of the external world are revolving. Like the circumstances of what it means to teach yoga and take yoga class together are revolving, are ever changing. Right? So I am now standing about an arm distance away from the wall. The first time around, I'm going to use a strap or a towel or a dog leash or a belt. Anything that looks like this. Oh, you probably can't see it because it's white and my shirt is white. All right, so hold on to the wall with your right hand and lift your right knee up. Put the belt on your foot and hold the belt with your left hand and roll that shoulder back to lift the chest well. Level your hips and lift up well through your chest, and then extend that foot out again toward me. All right, then you're gonna turn to your right. So you're holding onto the wall with your right hand behind you, lengthen up through your side ribs and roll your shoulders back, and then rotate. And press down through your left heel, lift up through your chest and exhale and turn your abdomen from left to right. Lift up again through your chest, pull your leg a little bit higher and exhale and push on the wall to turn yourself. And then release and come down. Stand in Tadasana. Then again, feel that effect. We've done only one side so far, but on the side that I turn to, I actually feel more openness all the way up into my top chest. All right, now we're going to do the second side, first time around. Okay. So lift your left knee up, lift the knee up high, lift it as high as you can, put the strap on the ball of your foot. Oh yeah, hold on to the wall behind you with your left hand. Now pull on the foot, pull on the belt and roll that shoulder back and extend your leg out toward me. Level your hips and extend, press the heel down and lift up through the head. And then as you exhale, rotate yourself over toward your torso over to the left. Keep extending from your inner knee through your heel. Lift up both of your chest and turn more. Turn from the right abdomen to the left abdomen. Sorry, the right pelvis to the left pelvis, so your abdomen turns. Lift up. I guess we have a right abdomen and the left abdomen. And then turn more. Lift your leg up higher and extend through your right heel. Lift up both of your chest and turn. Exhale and turn, particularly that lower abdomen, and turn. And then bring your legs down. Okay, so that was one round, both sides. Correct? All right, so now we're going to try it. If you can try it, free balancing, try and do that. Okay. If you still need the support of the wall, then you can still keep your hands on the wall, okay? But if you wanna see if that feeling of stability actually translates into free balancing, go ahead and do so. So I'm gonna give it a go. So I'm standing further from the wall, but I still have my strap, okay? I roll the shoulder bones back and lift the chest well. Okay. Then press into your left heel and bring your right foot up. Sorry, right knee up. Level your hip and lift your knee up higher, and then hook the strap on your foot. Roll that other shoulder back. Now press into your heel and the floor and reach one leg out and then turn. It turns out I'm not completely far enough away from the wall to be free balancing, but I'm actually really excited that I still have the wall. Level your hips and lift that leg up higher. Press your left heel into the ground and lift up all the way through the crown of the head and pull on your foot and then exhale, turn. Exhale, turn again. Exhale, turn still more. And then bring your leg down. And then stand into Tadasana. And again, feel the effect. Feel how that one side does feel slightly more energized. Energized and also stable. That's, as I think about that, that's interesting because we did a revolving pose, which to me represents the revolving, always fluxing change of circumstance. But when we do that and then we come back to a point of stability, the stability is actually greater from having done the revolutions. So that's good to know. Note to self. All right, so now let's do the second side. So second time around, second side. Lift your knee up. As you lift that knee up toward the ceiling, move the heel down toward the floor more. Put the strap on the ball of your foot and then roll that shoulder bone back as you pull your foot up higher. Stretch into your standing heel and kick your foot out. Roll the shoulders back and lift your chest up well, and then rotate. Turn your whole torso toward your left. Inhale from the tailbone all the way up through the head, pull your foot up even higher, and then exhale, turn. Turn from your lower abdomen, turn from your ribs, turn and extend the collarbone, and then extend out through the ring fingers. And then release and come out of the pose. Stand in Tadasana. All right, I'm coming in to check in with you. Anyone have any questions about that pose or anything I can be clearer about? That was excellent. Thank you, Sarah. Any questions?
So the tendency is like when you turn around, you like the spine, like you tend to lean back, right? When
Yeah.
you turn around because your leg is forward and you end up going back, right? To support the leg.
Yeah, you want to try not to do that.
I tried, it's difficult.
Okay, so that's a good question. Maybe we'll do it one more time. So everyone, let's see. We're going to do it a little bit differently. So I'm turning, and my right hand is on the wall, okay? And I don't want to lean back, Pratima. Okay? I want to stand in Tadasana. So I'm actually dragging the wall a little bit and lifting up through my chest. Okay? And I'm going to bring the foot up, and you bring the foot up too. Kick your foot out. And now you'll feel, yeah, you're right, Pratima. See how I'm leaning back? That's bad. Okay. So I actually, to keep from leaning back, I'm leaning back right now. So I'm going to extend my heel toward the wall and see how that brought me more upright. And then I'm just going to move my hand at the wall and help myself turn toward the wall. Okay. So you do that too. And you're right, I feel leaning back, but I'm going to push the wall and extend through my aerial heel and make myself be as upright as possible and turn more. All right, how'd that go? You can come down.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, could you see how I was leaning back and then I stopped leaning back?
Yes.
Yes, okay. And so how I did that, it's a good question, is that I extended through that heel as much as I could, okay? So let's do the other side. So turn the other way. You'll have your left heel at the wall, left hand at the wall. Lift your right leg up and put the strap on your foot. Lift up, and even here, are you already leaning back a little bit? So make the weight be evenly balanced between the ball of the foot and the heel. And then extend your leg out. So when you extend that leg out, oops, I'm doing the wrong leg. Sorry, bring the opposite leg up. It's the leg that you're extending out should be the one that's close to the wall, all right? And then stretch the leg out. Again, the Pratima observe, the tendency is to lean back. So extend through your aerial heel and pull yourself so the weight is balanced between the ball of the foot and the heel. Extend up from the tailbone through the head, and then turn. Turn yourself toward the wall. And you can actually use your fingers against the wall a little bit to push your weight more toward your aerial side, and then exhale and turn toward the wall. Oh, that feels really good. And then bring everything down and stand into Tadasana again. You can feel the quietude that comes when you can even close your eyes. It's actually helping me find internal stability. You know, Patanjali says that yoga is the practice of stilling the fluctuations of the mind. And there's a lot of that right now. So it's a good practice in and of itself to just learn that we can, to some degree, still the vrittis. But it's also really important to keep in mind that that's not the end game. The end game is when that happens, we come to dwell in the seat of our own true splendor. That's the aim of yoga. All of the poses, all of the circumstances of life are an opportunity to practice stilling the fluctuations of the mind so that you come to dwell more and more and more in the seat of your own true splendor. Be in that space and open your eyes. All right, another thing I'm realizing is I need to put a clock in the yoga room. All right, so we've got about 15 minutes left. So what we're gonna do next is downward facing dog with the thumb and the first finger at the wall, okay? So I'm gonna turn my hand. Can you see my hand turning? All right, and I'm gonna put the thumb and the first finger at the wall. All right, I'm gonna do it away from the wall, so hopefully you can see my hands a little bit better, and then I'm gonna turn around and get the support of the wall, okay? So my thumb and my first finger, oh, I can see this really well. Awesome. Okay, see how my thumb and my first finger are turned out? Okay. And I'm looking toward you, and I can see everything. And that really turns my triceps from the outside in. Now, it would be better, or you should do this, you should have your thumb and your first finger against the wall, okay? And then you're gonna push back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Keep pressing. Okay, so now we're using the stability of the wall for a slightly different purpose, right? We're using the stability of the wall to push against, right? To create more length in the side ribs, okay? So before we were really just using the wall to bring inner stability. this time, push your thumb and your first finger against the wall and use the resistance of the wall to create more length in your side ribs. Use that resistance and that push of your fingers against the wall and pull your top thighs back. Pull your top thighs back as much as you can. All right, and then bend your knees and come down. And you can just be in child's pose. Great, thank you. Someone is texting me. Okay, that's really good. I'm really realizing how needy I am as a teacher and doing all of this, but I'll keep those fluctuations to myself. All right, so we're gonna do it one more time, keeping the thumb and the first finger against the wall. Okay, so there are lots of really good things about that. I'm gonna do it against the wall with you this time. Partly turning the palms is easier on the wrist. Okay. I'm just doing it so I can feel what to tell you. Right. Now, really push your thumb and your first finger into that wall and move your top thighs back. And when you do that, you should really feel length come all the way into your side ribs and armpits. It actually should link back to Urdhva Hastasana. Okay? You should feel that same opening coming into the armpits. Now really keep lifting up through your inner thighs, keep pushing your top thighs back, and push your hands against the wall one more time. Make yourself as long as you can. All right, and then bend your knees and come down. Okay, everyone. Now it's time to do a little bit of Shirshasana and a little bit, which is headstand, and a little bit of Sarvangasana. Okay, if you don't have a headstand practice, what I want you to do instead, okay, is to spread your legs out wide, okay, put your hands on the floor, take whatever you need to make your head go down to the floor. Okay, that could be a brick, that could be a tall brick, that could be a chair, all right? So if you don't do Shirshasana, you do Prasarita Padottanasana in such a way that you can get support on the top of your head, all right? If you do Shirshasana, which is headstand, okay, we're gonna take the stability of the wall. And I'm putting a tri-folded blanket or just a blanket against the wall. If you, whatever support you need for Shirshasana, all right. I also do want to really say, before we go into this pose, that inversions are life-changing, all right? And there's downward facing dog, which is kind of moving toward an inversion. There's Prasarita Padottanasana, which is kind of an inversion. But particularly in these circumstances that we're in, I would take it as an opportunity to say, you know, I really need inversions in my life, right? And really take that on and just say, I'm putting inversions in my life. Because they're really the poses of yoga that most influence our psychic state, okay? And so you want to give that to yourself. So, and that might just mean if you're at the very beginning and aren't doing this, that might really just mean I'm gonna do a downward facing dog. I'm gonna do a Prasarita Padottanasana. Another one might be, you could do Uttanasana with head support, okay? So if you're not a headstand doer yet, do one of those variations. If you are a headstand doer, you're gonna interlace your fingers against the wall, extend from your elbows to your heels, and then you're gonna come up into Shirshasana. So I'm in Shirshasana, and I am really, it feels nice. I am great, in my own just experience of the pose, I am feeling really grateful for
the rejuvenation of being upside down. I can feel my brain moving inward. Now, the instructions of Shirshasana, some people, like, I remember Dean Lerner calling it, like, this is your Shirshasana mantra. Press your forearms down and lift your shoulders up. Press your forearms down and lift your shoulders up. Keep pressing the forearms down and lifting the shoulders up, which means up toward your heels, away from your head. And then move your buttocks up toward your heels. Now, as you're here, can you remember what it felt like in Tadasana after the balancing poses when you really had that stability in Tadasana? Extend through your heels, almost like you can imagine that your heels were standing on the ceiling. Keep pressing the forearms down, keep lifting the shoulders up. And then just draw your awareness inward. Observe what your consciousness feels like in the up or down state. The upside down state. Observe your consciousness in the upside down. Keep pressing your forearms down, keep lifting your shoulders up. We're gonna come down in just a second, or out of the pose in just a second. So that as you come down, keep pressing your forearms down, keep lifting your shoulders up. Then lower yourself all the way down to the floor, and then you're gonna rest. And I'm just turning so you can see a little bit better. Rest in child's pose. If your head doesn't go easily to the floor, you can take your brick or your block or your book. And I realize I can't talk into the floor. But just be in child's pose. And then come all the way up. All right, so in that people may not have a shoulder stand setup available. Okay. This would also be an excellent time to see what kind of blankets you have in your house, something like that. If you don't have a shoulder stand setup available, okay, here is your option. Okay. And we're actually all gonna do, okay, so actually, if you have a shoulder stand setup available, make your shoulder stand setup, all right? And for me, a shoulder stand setup is rather elaborate, but I'm just gonna show a basic one, which is to take 3 blankets. Since you might have wall space, I'm gonna put a brick against the wall, and so the blanket should be about a brick distance away from the wall. You know, my sister and I were reminiscing about a workshop with a senior teacher a while ago who made us like actually do like 10 shoulder stand blankets. And then we worked with a partner, and then we would take a blanket away. And then we would take a blanket away. And the point that that teacher was making is that the support you need is for you, right? And so the point is to be able to do shoulder stand comfortably. Okay? And so if you need 6 blankets, great. If you like doing 0 blankets, use 0 blankets. If you don't do shoulder stand, and maybe I'll just focus on headstand and shoulder stand next time, but you can do Chatushpadasana. Can you see me? Okay, so you're tucking your shoulders underneath you and lift the chest up, and your chin comes toward your chest. That chin coming toward the chest is called Jalandhara Bandha, and it's very soothing for the brain, okay? So you can do a couple of Chatushpadasanas, and then you can just put your legs up the wall, all right? Those of you who are doing shoulder stand, you're gonna put yourself up on the blankets in such a way that your head is on the floor and your shoulders are on the blankets, And how much of your neck is on the blankets is up to you, okay? It's up to your personal feeling. Then you're gonna tuck your shoulders underneath you, lift your heel, press your heels into the wall, and lift your buttocks up high and tuck the shoulders again. I'm not actually using a strap. I just have my fingers actually interlaced. Remember way back at the beginning of class, I know you can't see me, but if you remember way back at the beginning of class, we interlaced our fingers and stretched back toward the wall. Do that here also. Tuck your shoulders underneath you and stretch your fingers back toward the wall like you were doing Paschimottanasana Baddha, okay? So that you really feel that chest lift and the chin and the chest come together. Now press your heels into the wall and lift your buttocks up toward the ceiling. Okay? You can stay here, or you can bend your elbows, put your hands on your back, and bring one leg up away from the wall and another leg up away from the wall, and you can come into Sarvangasana. If you feel yourself collapsing, bring your feet back to the wall, lift up well with your buttocks, tuck your shoulders underneath you, and then try again. Try and bring both one foot off the wall, then the other foot off the wall. So you're doing a really nice Sarvangasana. And then one more time, bring your feet back toward the wall, tuck your shoulders underneath you again, lift your buttocks up high, push the arms down and lift the buttocks up even higher. Then try one more time, bring your feet up into Sarvangasana. All right, then bring your feet back to the wall, release your hands away from your back if you had them there, and then lower your buttocks down. And everyone should be in quasi legs up the wall pose right now. All right, now you have a choice. It's time for Shavasana. You can scoot yourself just away from the wall and leave your legs up on the shoulder stand support, or you can move your shoulder stand support out of the way. You should take the support that you need for Shavasana. So like if you're a person whose head drops back and your chin is higher than your forehead, then you need to put a blanket underneath your head. If you're someone whose lower back hurts, keep your legs up on the blankets. You can even get a chair and put your legs up on the blankets. Make yourself be comfortable. And just like we've been doing all class, feel the effect of your poses. Feel how they infuse your body and mind with a sense of quietude. And then let your organs of perception enhance that feeling of quietude. So let your eyes release into the back of your head. Let your tongue release away from the roof of your mouth. Unclench your jaw. Let the back of the throat release. Let the sides of the throat release. Let the base of the throat release. Let your ears draw inward. Completely relax the features of your face. And let yourself draw in. And Patanjali tells us that yoga is the practice of stilling the fluctuations of the mind. That's why we do the poses. It's when the mind is still, we come to dwell in the space of our own true splendor. Be in that space. Abide there. I say this all the time, but it has new meaning for me. Know that regardless of the external circumstance of your life, there is always the capacity for you to dwell in the space of your own true splendor. Abide that. Be with that. Don't lose sight of that. Know that it's possible for you no matter what. Now, from that space of your own true splendor, inhale. Use your inhalations to bring that awareness of your true self with you as you go about your work in the world. Pull your knees up closer to you. Roll over to your right side. And use your hands to push yourself up. Sit in whatever way is comfortable to you. Lift your chest well. Fold your palms together at your heart and close your eyes. Observe the effect of your work. In gratitude to the benefit you receive from your practice of yoga. In gratitude to the opportunity and the great gift that you have to have people to learn and study and practice yoga with. And in gratitude to the lineage of Hatha Yoga itself, as practiced by Vika Iyengar, reaching back to the sages of India, and down to a line of teachers and students to you, here on the mat in Austin, Texas. Bow. Namaste. All right, y'all, that was great.
And thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right. Have a good day, everyone. See you next week. I'm teaching at Castle Hill Tuesdays at 9:30 and Fridays at 10. It's going live too. You're my first experience here, so.
Thank you, Anne.
Wonderful, Anne.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We love you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
welcome.
you.